What if every dollar you spent actually built a stronger community and a more ethical future?
It's a powerful thought, isn't it?
Just imagine that.
Mm.
Today, we're looking into this really interesting idea called the Ummah economy.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically a movement, right?
Mm.
All about empowering our communities, using businesses that care about ethics, collaboration, mutual support, not just the bottom line.
Exactly. The whole point is making sure our financial choices, even the everyday ones, help build a future that's, well, prosperous and resilient for everyone in the community.
It's a vision that seems to be gaining traction.
Yeah, and when you look at the current situation, you really see why. There's a huge amount of economic activity happening.
Oh, absolutely. Which brings us to this.
Mm.
This issue some people are calling the silent crisis of fragmented wealth.
Right.
And the numbers, they really kind of show you how big this is.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
globally, Muslim communities spend over, what, $2.1 trillion a year?
That's huge.
It is. But less than 5% of that actually goes to businesses running on halal principles.
Wow, less than 5%.
Yeah. And then you've got about $1.8 trillion sitting in conventional banks, potentially earning riba, interest.
Which is a major concern, obviously.
Definitely. And get this. For every $100 you might spend at a, let's say, a community-owned grocery store, something like $68 often ends up leaving the community through suppliers.
So the money just flows out?
It just leaks out.
Right.
Plus, something like 72% of Muslim professionals, they work for big corporations that don't really have ties back to the community's values or needs.
So massive spending power, but it's fragmented. It's not circulating where it could do the most good, ethically speaking.
Exactly. It's like a leakage.
Yeah.
It stops us from really using our collective financial strength.
And that disconnect, it has real consequences, doesn't it?
It really does. You see local halal businesses struggling sometimes. Talented people might feel they need to look outside the community for opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
And that collective wealth we have, it doesn't always end up funding things we deeply care about, like proper Islamic education or helping those in need within our community.
It's like we're not firing on all cylinders economically.
Right. But here's the exciting part, the shift. What if we spent money as intentionally as we pray?
That's a powerful way to put it.
What if choosing where you buy your groceries could help fund a new Islamic school? Or supporting one business helps launch someone else's dream?
That's the promise, isn't it?
That's the core idea behind the Ummah economy. It's a way to channel our economic power back into our communities, aligned with our values.
And this alignment with values, it's really the foundation. It's not just about money. It's rooted in Islamic principles that guide how we should handle business and finance. There are like 5 key pillars here.
Okay.
The first one is all about ethical finance and business practices, muamalat.
Right. And that means things like honesty, transparency.
Absolutely. Clear deals, no deception. Building trust is paramount. And fairness, justice, making sure prices are fair, wages are just, contracts are equitable.
Okay, so being fair to everyone involved.
Exactly. And of course, a huge one is the prohibition of riba,
Yeah.
or interest.
Right. No interest. So what's the alternative?
Well, the focus shifts to profit sharing and risk sharing models. Things like mudaraba, where one person provides the money, another provides the skills, and they share the outcome, win or lose.
Okay, sharing the risk.
Or musharaka, which is more like a joint venture where everyone puts in capital and shares the results. And then there's the source of income itself, halal earnings.
Meaning you avoid making money from things that are forbidden, like gambling or alcohol.
Precisely. So think of a freelance designer charging a fair rate that's halal, but maybe a store in the community selling lottery tickets. Even if the owner is Muslim, that income stream isn't halal.
Got it. That distinction is important. And zakat and charity fit in here too.
Definitely. Zakat and sadaqah are crucial for making sure wealth circulates and supports those who need it. It's built right into the system.
So that's the ethical bedrock. What's next?
The second principle is about keeping capital circulating within the community. There's this idea, sometimes called the 3X rule.
The 3X rule. Okay, tell me more.
The idea is that every dollar spent should ideally benefit at least 3 people or entities within the community.
Like how?
Well, imagine you buy something from a local halal business. Your money pays the owner, right?
Okay, that's one.
Who then might pay their employee.
2.
And maybe buys supplies from another local business or donates to the local mosque.
3. Okay, I see. So one transaction ripples outward.
Exactly. It keeps the money working within the community, building a stronger local economy.
That makes a lot of sense. What's the third pillar?
Trust. Amana. It's seen as like a currency in itself.
Trust is currency. I like that.
Yeah, and there's that powerful hadith about the truthful merchant being under the shade of Allah's throne. It just highlights how vital honesty is.
And we see this today, right? It's not just historical.
Oh, yeah. Think about platforms like Blossom Finance in Indonesia, using crowdfunding based on trust to back halal small businesses. It works because people trust the system and each other.
Okay, so ethics, circulation, trust was number 4.
Collaboration and community-driven growth. It's about working together.
So less competition, more cooperation.
Kind of. It means actively supporting each other's halal businesses, maybe forming partnerships to share expertise or risk, experienced entrepreneurs mentoring newer ones.
Like building each other up.
Exactly. And businesses reinvesting in the community, creating jobs, offering training. It's a virtuous cycle.
Makes sense. And the last one, number 5.
Social responsibility and justice. This isn't just about personal gain, it's about the whole community's well-being.
So looking beyond just the business transaction.
Right. Using things like zakat and sadaqah to reduce wealth gaps, making sure workers are treated fairly, paid justly.
Okay, worker rights are key.
And encouraging sustainable, environmentally friendly practices, and making sure economic opportunities are actually accessible to everyone. It's about building a just and caring economic system.
Wow, okay. Those 5 pillars, ethics, circulation, trust, collaboration, and social justice, that's a really comprehensive framework.
It really is.
So how does this actually look on the ground? How can, someone listening right now get involved?
Great question. There's a good example using a real estate deal to show how it works.
Oh, yeah. Walk us through that.
Okay, so imagine you're buying a house. First, you choose a real estate agent who shares these values.
Right, starting ethically.
Then, instead of a conventional mortgage, you opt for an Islamic financing option, like murbaha or musharaka.
Okay, avoiding riba.
Then, you hire local contractors, maybe from within the community, for any renovations.
Keeping the work local.
You furnish the place, buying from local halal businesses. You buy your groceries from them, too. And then those businesses you supported. They hopefully give back through jobs, donations, supporting local initiatives.
So it's a whole cycle. Every choice feeds back into the community.
Precisely. It helps individuals, helps businesses, helps the whole community become more self-sufficient, creates jobs. It's that ripple effect again.
That's a great illustration. So what are some practical things our listener can do, like today?
Well, the most obvious one is just being conscious about where your money goes. Support halal businesses whenever you can.
Food, clothes, services.
Finance, everything. And there are online directories now that can help you find them.
Okay, so making conscious choices. What else?
Ethical investing. Look into Sharia-compliant stocks or funds. Maybe invest directly in a local halal startup you believe in. Or use ethical crowdfunding platforms.
So putting your investment money to work ethically, too.
Yeah. And it's not just about money. Offer your time and skills. If you're good at marketing or finance or IT, volunteer to help a local halal business or mentor an entrepreneur.
That's huge. Sharing expertise.
Absolutely. And just talk about it. Spread awareness, tell your family, your friends, share info online. The more people know, the stronger this movement gets.
And it's important to remember, right, that a halal business isn't just about the owner being Muslim.
Critically important point. It's defined by following Islamic principles, honesty, fairness, no riba, halal income sources. That's the measure.
Okay. Are there examples of this working well, like real success stories?
Oh, definitely. There's the story of Verona Collection, the modest fashion brand.
Oh, I've heard of them. Lisa Vogel, right.
It's the one. Started with just $5,000, grew it into a brand sold in Macy's, and crucially, sourced ethically from Muslim women tailors in Turkey, ensuring fair wages.
Wow, that's fantastic. From $5K to Macy's ethically.
Then there's technology like the Islamically app from Dubai. It teaches people how to screen stocks to make sure they're halal compliant. It's grown really fast.
So merging faith principles with modern finance tools.
Exactly. And on a community level, look at the I Fancy Halal Meal Program in Chicago.
What did they do?
Muslim families partnered with IFANSA, that's the Islamic Food and Nutrition Council, to create a halal meal service for hospitals. Now it employs single mothers, delivers thousands of halal meals, and supports local halal farmers.
That's amazing collaboration. Multiple benefits there.
Totally. And another one over in London is Mercy Kitchen. Started as volunteers giving halal meals to frontline workers and the homeless during the pandemic. Now, it's a sustainable catering business, employing refugee women and sourcing from community grocers.
That's inspiring. turning charity into sustainable enterprise.
Yeah. And to make it really practical for listeners, there was this idea of a 30-day Ummah economy challenge.
Oh, like small steps.
Exactly. Week 1 might just be swap your usual coffee run for a local halal cafe. They mentioned Brown Bee Coffee in Providence as an example. Think about the impact if lots of us did that for a year.
Yeah, that small change adds up, directing money right back into the community.
And another example for week 3 maybe was about leaving positive online reviews for halal businesses.
Because reviews build trust.
Yeah, actually, people really rely on them. They mentioned Crescent Auto Repair in Dearborn, known for ethical service, as a place you could support this way.
Simple, actionable things.
Yeah.
So really, circling back to where we started, that question, what if every dollar built a stronger community, a more ethical future? That really is the goal here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Building this self-sustaining ethical economy that benefits everyone now and for the future.
It's about understanding the power we have collectively with our spending, with our investments, and just choosing to direct it consciously, in line with our values.
Yeah. It's about strengthening our communities from the inside out.
Absolutely.
So we really hope you listening will share these ideas, talk about it with your friends, your family, people in your mosque, a community center.
The more people understand and participate, the bigger the impact.
Definitely. And maybe just a final thought to leave you with. Your risk, your sustenance, it's written. But how you choose to spend that risk, that can genuinely change destinies.
So the question is,
What small step, what intentional choice will you make today to become part of building this Ummah economy?